AumSum was eating his lunch in a hurry when suddenly his chest jerked and a loud hic escaped from his mouth. He tried to swallow again, but another hiccup shook him. Surprised, he wondered, "Why do we hiccup?" Determined to find out, AumSum shrank and entered his own body. He landed near the chest, where a large dome-shaped muscle called the diaphragm stretched beneath the lungs. But something was wrong. Instead of moving gently, the diaphragm tightened all at once, pulling air rapidly into the lungs. At the same moment, a thin flap above the voice box, called the epiglottis, snapped shut. The combination of the forced air and the closing flap created the familiar hic sound. Curious, AumSum followed a signal traveling from the diaphragm up through the nerves. The message led him into the brainstem, the part of the brain that controlled basic actions like breathing. Here, he discovered that the brainstem had sent an unexpected signal, almost like a mistake, telling the diaphragm to contract suddenly. AumSum saw that hiccups could happen when someone laughed too hard, drank fizzy beverages, or experienced sudden changes in temperature. All of these could surprise the diaphragm, making it spasm. Smiling proudly, AumSum now understood the mystery. AumSum was reading his favorite comic late at night. His eyelids grew heavy, his head began to nod, and before he knew it, he had fallen asleep with the book still open. The next morning, he wondered, why do we need to sleep? Determined to find out, AumSum shrank and entered his own body. He landed inside the brain, where millions of nerve cells were glowing and sending messages in all directions. But after a long day, AumSum noticed that the signals were slowing down, and the brain looked tired. Waste materials from all the activity were piling up between the brain cells, making everything sluggish. Suddenly, the lights in the brain began to dim. The hypothalamus, a special control center, had released chemicals that made the brain ready for rest. AumSum watched as melatonin, the sleep hormone, spread through the bloodstream, calming everything down. During this quiet phase, special cleaning cells began to sweep away the waste that had built up during the day. He then visited the muscles and organs. They too were taking a break. The heart slowed its rhythm, the breathing softened, and cells everywhere began repairing tiny damages. Proteins were being rebuilt, energy was being restored, and the body was quietly getting stronger. Leaping back outside, AumSum smiled proudly. AumSum was studying when his stomach suddenly growled loudly. He felt empty inside and couldn't focus anymore. He looked at the clock. Lunchtime was still far away. His body was demanding food. Puzzled, he wondered, why do we get hungry? Determined to find out, AumSum shrank and entered his own body. He landed inside the stomach. AumSum noticed that most of the food had already been digested and absorbed, leaving the stomach almost empty. The stomach muscles kept moving as if calling for more food. Suddenly, he saw tiny glands in the stomach lining releasing a chemical signal. The signal reached a small region of the brain called the hypothalamus. It was the body's hunger control center. It sent out new instructions across the body. The message reached the senses, making food smells stronger and memories of favorite dishes brighter. The mouth began to water, and the stomach muscles squeezed harder. The whole body was being reminded it was time to eat. Even the brain joined in and triggered the release of a special hormone called ghrelin. It traveled through the blood, reaching back down to the stomach and making the feeling of hunger stronger. Back in the stomach, AumSum felt the muscles contract again, this time even louder. The body was preparing itself to receive food. Leaping back outside, AumSum smiled proudly.